And there's a few housekeeping notes before we begin. So usually, weddings are a time of welcoming gestures, such as kisses on the cheek and hugs. But on our current World's Day, Karen and John encourage everyone to remain at a distance and instead be cautious with your greeting. We understand that these are extraordinary times. Double check that your phone is on Do Not Disturb. We do have photographers, so please stay in the moment and refrain from taking pictures with your cell phone. And you'll find Kleenex distributed throughout the chairs if you need a good, happy cry. So I would like to begin the ceremony by inviting Nushi, John's mother, to come up and chant a Baha'i prayer with John. John, could you? Okay.
Blessed is the spot and the house and the place and the city and the heart and the mountain and the refuge and the cave and the valley and the land and the sea and the island and the meadow where mention of God hath been made, and his praise glorified.
So you think you can tell heaven from hell, blue skies from hay? Can you tell a green field from a cold steel rail, smile from a veil? Do you think you can tell?
Please be seated. Dear family and friends, we are here this day to witness, celebrate the union of Karen Linnea Penhill and John Severity. I invite you to leave behind your worries and concerns of everyday life and join us in the celebration of their marriage. This is an opportunity for us to share not only in the joy of Karen and John's love, but also to reaffirm and appreciate the love and friendship we experience in our own lives. May we celebrate the love of all of us by being fully present during our short time together. As Marcel Proust said, let us be grateful to people who make us happy. They are the charming gardeners who make our souls blossom. Karen and John would like to thank each and every one of you for making the journey. To celebrate this wonderful moment with them, they wish to acknowledge the many people who wanted to be here but had to make the tough decision to stay home. They would like to acknowledge and thank the people who have joined us remotely via their live stream. We feel your positive presence. And I invite Nushi now with an explanation of a Baha'i marriage.
Baha'i ceremonies are unique in that the only requirement is that the couple repeat the vow, "We will all verily abide by the will of God." This beautiful phrase is like a vitamin pill that slowly releases its wisdom over the entire marriage. No matter what happens, whether it be good or the bad, the changes and chances of life, the ebb and flow of fortune, the couple has before God made this solemn vow together that they will trust Him and abide in His will. This will be a source of comfort to them many, many times over their lives, as well as a source of joy. Abdul Baha, son of Baha'u'llah, who is the founder of the Baha'i faith, writes this about Baha'i marriage. O ye true believers in God, the Lord, peerless is He, hath made woman and man to abide with each other in the closest companionship, and to be even as a single soul. They are two helpmates, two intimate friends, who should be concerned about the welfare of each other. If they live thus, they will pass through this world with perfect contentment, bliss and peace of heart, and become the object of divine grace and favor in the kingdom of heaven. But if they do other than this, they will live out their lives in great bitterness, longing at every moment for death, and will be shamefaced in the heavenly realm. Strive then to abide, heart and soul, with each other as two doves in the nest. For this is to be blessed in both worlds.
Thank you, Yushi. I now invite Karen's father, Russell, to come up for his reading.
Thank you. It's good to see all of you here today. Thank you very much for coming. Need my glass. But I remembered to bring them. The letter of Paul to the Colossians, chapter 3, verses 12 to 17. As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourselves with compassion, kindness, humility, meekness, and patience. Bear one another, and if anyone has a complaint against another, forgive, just as the Lord has forgiven you. You must also forgive them. Above all, clothe yourself with love, which binds everything together in perfect harmony. And let the peace of Christ rule in your hearts, to which indeed you were called in the one body, and be thankful. Let the word of Christ dwell in you richly. Teach and admonish one another in all wisdom, and with gratitude in your hearts, sing psalms, sing hymns, and spiritual songs to God. Whatever you do, in word or deed, do everything in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks to God the Father through him. The second reading is from the prophet, from Khalil Gibran, on marriage. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. You shall be together even in the silent memory of God. Let there be spaces in your togetherness. Let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup with drink, but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread, but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together, and be joyous. But let each one of you be alone. Even as the strings of a lute are alone, they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not to each other's keeping, for only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart. And the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow.
Thank you, Russ. Today we take time to celebrate the sublime moments in our lives and to remember just how important love is to all of us. John and Karen, today you begin your journey together, growing together, entwining your lives together toward God. It's important to remember not to take each other for granted or neglect your relationship. Remember to give priority to the tenderness, gentleness, and kindness you deserve. Remember to write love notes, to give each other's massages, and kiss in the rain. Take time for walks in the forest and on the beach. Share your passions and discover life's deeper questions. Pursue new experiences. Grow together, and most importantly, laugh often. There will be difficulties ahead, but if you face them as a couple with a strong sense of love, perspective, and mutual support, you'll not only survive, but thrive. Respect each other through the numerous changes and chapters that your lives will take, and together you'll create a life of love and happiness.
Yep. Did you grab me for that? It's just by your phone.